This edition of Sto Lat with Ania is sponsored by Empire Granite Marble and Quartz for all your custom countertops and cabinet needs. For more information, go to EmpireGMQ.com. Sponsors for Sto Lat with Ania are Sto Lat Bar, a restaurant bar featuring European-inspired cuisine, 4475 Transit Road at Eastern Hills. Krusciki Bakery, combining old-world European treats with modern-day fare in Lancaster and Eastern Hills. Are you interested in featuring Simply Pierogi on your menu? Perfect for your restaurant or venue. Contact us today. Events by Sto Lat. Planning an event? Host it with us. Transit Road in Eastern Hills. And Pierogi Pete's, now open at Casey and Transit Road in Amherst.
Hello everyone, it's Ania Dushan. Welcome to Sto Lat with Ania. It's cooking, conversations, and cocktails. On this edition, sampling some sweet treats from Krusciki Bakery with the very sweet and honorable Judge Penny Wolfgang. Did you know a mimosa can be made with more than just orange juice? Cody's at the bar with the bubbly. Then, meet a working mom, entrepreneur, and a social media maven with a unique way to give the gift of dining out with Favordrop. We have a place for you at the table from our beautiful location at Eastern Hills. Welcome to Sto Lat with Ania. Sto Lat. Hi, welcome to Sto Lat with Ania, and I am so grateful to have Judge Penny here today with me. You are just such an inspiration, and you have done such wonderful things in Buffalo as well. And I'm just so excited to learn more about you and how your story started. So thanks for being here.
Well, you're very welcome, and thank you so much for asking me. And I don't know about being an inspiration, but I have had an interesting, wonderful career thanks to the people in Western New York who have embraced me so many times in so many different ways. I'm very grateful to them, and I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. So we do have a bunch of sweets with us today, just because I know you have a sweet tooth. Like we all say, everything in moderation. What's your favorite quote?
Life is short, eat dessert first.
So we say that all the time at the bakery as well. Yeah, so we'll chat, we'll drink some coffee.
Okay.
And I want to hear more. I'd love to hear about, the background, how you became a judge, and maybe some of the high-profile cases you've done in Western New York. I mean, it's been incredible what you've done here.
Yes, yes, I've had a lot of high-profile cases, and as I said, I've been very fortunate.
Yeah.
How I got to be a judge has a lot to do with the media.
Okay.
Because I was working for legal aid. I was a public defender, and the Bar Association came to us at legal aid and said, we would like to inform the public a little bit about the law as a public service from the Bar Association for lawyers, to show people what their rights are if they're arrested, or even landlord-tenant problems, civil problems, accidents. We want to tell the public a little, give a little information. So I had some media background growing up. I was in the theater and I knew something about it. So they asked me, would I do this? And I did. I made these segments called The Law on You.
Okay.
And they used them on, actually, it was Channel 7, and actually it was our very John who was there at the very beginning. And the segments became very, very popular. People would think I was there. They would use them. They were just 30 seconds or sometimes even 10 seconds, but they would air them as a public service day and night, like 2 in the morning. Sometimes they'd be on television. So people would think I was really there 2 in the morning, which is very strange doing it,
Well,
people don't
people
understand.
Stay up at weird times of the night.
I was dedicated, but not that dedicated. But because they brought my name to the public, and because the public started associating me with, information in the law, and a lawyer, and I was a woman at that point, was kind of unusual.
Sure.
There were not that many women in law as there are now. So my name became very well known, and somebody named Phil Booth, who was the manager actually at Channel 7 at the time, the general manager, he said, you know, you should be a judge. People respect you and people look to you for information, and why don't you run for judge? And I sort of, I don't know, I hadn't really thought about it. It wasn't my goal.
Yeah.
People think, oh, she wanted to be a judge her whole life. No, it just popped up, you know. It was just like a career track.
Okay.
It came along, and so I did. And I ran, and of course I got elected, and the rest is history.
How many years were you a judge?
Forever. As the viewers know, they'll say, "Oh, I was in front of you in 19 blah blah blah." It was a really long time.
Too funny.
I started in a lower criminal court, and then I was elected to Supreme Court twice. So I was there a really long time. I would have still been there, but they made me leave because I was too old.
Okay, that's too bad. Well, never old enough, you know, and age is just a number, I say.
I know, people say that, but I don't know if I believe it. but it's not a good number.
Well, you're a beautiful soul in Western New York, and we just love having, I mean, I think everyone, when they see Judge Penny, it's like, oh, Judge Penny's here. You're like, you're the celebrity, but you're just so sweet and wonderful,
Well,
and you've done so many great things.
Thank you so much. I wish I was Judge Judy and not Penny.
Wow, you would have made a lot of money for sure. And she's a tough cookie.
That's why. Yeah, she was. She is.
So what piece of advice can you offer to someone that is really looking to do what they really love, but they just don't know how to get there?
I think you have to work, and be patient. Be patient, because it doesn't always come right away, you know?
Because we want that instant gratification, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you really want something, if it's worthwhile, you have to keep trying no matter what happens. You know, even in my life, I told you how I got to be a judge, but it wasn't easy. I wasn't in politics. I didn't know anything about it. And I remember going to the chairman of the party, the political party at that time, and saying, you know, I was thinking about running for judge, and he just really laughed in my face. And he just, oh, you don't know anything about politics, you haven't worked your way up, you weren't born here, you didn't go to high school and college here or anything, you don't have roots, you don't have ethnic background. He was so negative, and he said, no, we're not going to do it. But I pursued it. I did it. I did it a different way, and it worked out. So I guess, you know, keep trying and be patient.
Oh, that's great tips. And then I think we should chat about just the desserts real quick, because I know you're a huge sweets fan, as I mentioned. There is a piece of chocolate here, which we call our, it's our gourmet ho-ho. But I know
it looks like it.
But I know you're not a huge fan of chocolate, so we'll talk about, so we have our almond raspberry cake, which is our, really the most famous flavor we have for wedding cakes, birthday cakes. It's just so wonderful. I'm not sure if you have ever had a chance to taste it, but it's delicious.
I love everything with raspberry.
Okay, so we have a lot of raspberry here today. So white almond raspberry cake. We have our kolachki, which is a sour cream dough. And then we have our Linzer cookies, and they also have raspberry in them, and they just melt in your mouth. And then, of course, we have our kruszczyki,
which is the famous, traditional.
They became so famous. That's how we came up with the name. My dad said one year, we will, instead of Ian Bakery, we will call it Kruszczyki Bakery. And I said, oh my God, no one will ever be able to spell it or pronounce it.
That's true.
And here it is, you know,
That's
30
true.
plus years later, we have Kruszczyki Bakery's been around, and we're just so fortunate as well to have the Buffalo community support. And you know, that we're here able to just, you know, have fun every day, have fun, enjoy, and love life.
But people look for you at every fair, at the Taste of Buffalo, at every fair, everywhere you are, and they'll, not only do they want the Kruszczyki, but all the other, and not only that, but you won the contest for the best dessert at the Taste of Buffalo. I was there. It was when John, I forget what it was. It was so delicious.
That was the parfait we had.
Oh, the parfait. So
it was a healthy choice.
Yes,
so you can make healthy things and have them taste good.
It tasted too good to be healthy. When John and I tasted it that day, and I said, "This is so good. We had to come back for another one." And especially when you told told us it was healthy, which is probably such a lie, but
It wasn't. It was actually through Independent Health, and they were so tough about all the ingredients that we put in, and how much sugar, and it truly was a healthy option. Yes, it was definitely a healthy option. So I think you should take a little taste.
Let me taste this one. I love raspberry.
Okay, so it's made with sour. It's a sour cream dough. Delicious. We'll have all the recipes for all of our products on Ania's Empire, and with the show, you can just make your own at home. All of these items are actually
make your own at home.
I know. Who does that? I know. I can't remember last time I cooked at home, so I get it.
Come here and buy it already made. It's so good.
Isn't it delicious?
Well,
and it's not very sweet. It's like perfect.
It's perfect, right? Well, you heard I can make Jell-O.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Yes.
That's about it. So I'm coming here to get it.
Perfect. Well, I have my Jell-O already ready in the cup. Thank you so much for being here. Cheers to you. You are an inspiration, and we love you so much in the community. And I'm so happy to have you on today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. And we are back, Sto Lat with Ania, at the bar with Cody. And we are building a build your own mimosa today. We do offer that on our brunch menu, and we also offer a bottomless mimosa, right? So we have brunch here how many times a week?
Do Friday and Saturday starting at 11 and Sunday at 10. So 3 days of brunch. Yeah, like you said, you could do the bottomless mimosas, which is a fan favorite, but we started offering this recently, where you get a little bit of a nicer champagne, kind of build your own. Some people only like a little drop of orange juice in there, so
I feel like that's all you do here. It's just a drop of juice.
Yeah,
it's a great mimosa.
Spritz of juice. Yeah.
So what kind of juice do we have?
Today we have orange, we have grapefruit, and we have mango.
Oh, mango.
Mango.
I love.
No.
Oh.
Not mango.
You
peach.
said mango.
It's
Oh, peach.
It's peach.
Okay. Oh, peach. Peach.
Yeah.
It's peach season.
Yeah.
And I love grapefruit, and of course I like orange as well. So let's get started.
And what's nice is you can kind of mix them all up too if you want it.
So basically, you come in here for brunch. You order the package.
Yeah.
You get the whole bottle.
Whole bottle.
And all the juices.
Yep.
How many do you think it'll feed? 4 people?
Probably two, 3.
Okay.
1 if you're really drinking,
Woo!
Yeah.
I love a little champagne. Perfect. So the best part of our mimosas here at Sto Lat, I feel like you fill it up with champagne pretty much to the top, and you really do just do a little splash of juice.
Yeah.
Now you can do as little or as much as you'd like, but who doesn't love a little brunch?
Add what you'd like. Which one are you gonna try?
I love grapefruit. He definitely didn't leave me much room.
No.
That looks so good. What's your favorite?
I think I'm going peach.
That looks really good. What does Alyssa drink? So Cody's married with a beautiful baby and a beautiful wife. I know she loves, what's her favorite drink? French 75.
French 75.
But for a brunch, she'll probably be...
She likes the peach.
Peach.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Let's cheers to the baby and life and all it has to offer.
Cheers.
Sto Lat.
Sto Lat.
It's so yummy.
That's good.
Good stuff. Thanks for joining us, friends. Until next time. My name is Ania Dushan, one of the owners here at our amazing European lounge. We have 3 concepts under one roof. The major one is Sto Lat Bar and Restaurant. Once you finish dinner, you can come over and have a coffee or tea and and something really delicious and sweet.
So we go from a traditional to contemporary atmosphere with our menu. A lot of what we focus on primarily is European in origin, but we also take in consideration our own region and add a lot of Buffalo flair to those different menu ideas.
We wanted to have people walk in the door and be wowed. We wanted them to be like, wow, I don't feel like I'm in Buffalo. We hunted down the right bar stools, the right chairs, the right tables. This is a destination place. You come once, you'll come again.
Hi everyone, welcome to Sto Lat with Ania, and today my friend Sondra is with us today. And I'm just so excited to have you.
I'm so excited to be
Table
here,
talk.
Ania.
We love table talk and a mimosa and maybe a couple little cookies.
I love it.
We'll have a little snack, and I'm just so happy I have had a chance to meet you.
Same. I've really loved getting to know you and all of the wonderful things you do at Sto Lat.
Thank you. The first day I met Sondra, she came in just glowing and smiling, and I was like, she has to be my friend.
I know, we were meant to be friends.
You are just so beautiful, and you really are you glow, and you're just such a positive energy, and you just do so many wonderful things in the community.
Oh, I appreciate that.
You and your hubby, and you know, you own businesses, several of them. So tell me a little bit about you.
Sure. Well, I guess I'll start at the beginning to provide some context,
Yeah.
right? So my parents were pretty unconventional. They were young when they met and decided to have an adventure out in Alaska.
Okay.
So I was born in Alaska.
I love it. Okay, that's a fun fact.
Right in the North Pole. And when I was about 7, they decided to come back to Buffalo, their hometown, to be with family, of course. So I grew up in the village of Hamburg.
Okay.
And I'm a true Hamburg girl. Elementary school, high school, middle school, and even Hilbert College.
Okay. Yep. You're definitely local.
Definitely local. And I paid my way through college by being in the service industry, actually. So I started working in restaurants when I was 15 years old, and moved my way up from hostess to waitress to bartender to restaurant manager in several different spaces here in Western New York, which has been so fun. When I was graduating college, I found myself at Aroma on Bryan and Ashland downtown. I love Aroma.
Great place. Mm-hmm.
And I was fortunate enough to be featured in the Buffalo Rising for Cocktail of the Month.
Yes.
Yes, it was really fun, and I'm so grateful for it because that is how I met my husband, Martin.
Wow. Now that's a great story.
Yes, he saw my photo and he came to meet me because he just had to. He's a man who knows what he wants, and he came and he got it. That was 15 years ago.
15 years ago. 15,
Yes.
Hubby and 2 babies, right?
2 babies, you got it. Yeah, it was actually the year he started his company, Trusted Nurse Staffing.
Okay.
And I've seen him grind it out from the recession to where he is today, over $200 million in revenue. I'm just so proud of him.
Amazing.
And he's been an excellent mentor for me in my life since the very beginning. When I was graduating college, I wanted to get my PhD in organizational industrial psych, like Masuma, who I know has been on the show too.
Yeah.
And I told Martin at the time, I'm going to save every organization, one organization at a time. And he looks at me, he's like, honey, no one's going to give you any credibility if you haven't worked in an organization. So go get a job. He's like, you know what, knowing you, I think you'd be great at sales. And so I put my resume out there, and I was given the opportunity selling security systems and fire alarms.
Wow.
That's my first sales job when I was 22. I can't believe they trusted me to do that. But I actually did quite well. So I was employee of the quarter my first quarter, and I'm like, wow, I can do this. I'm pretty darn good at this. And so from there, I was recruited to another organization selling logistics.
Okay.
And I grew very quickly, expanding from Buffalo to Rochester to Syracuse, managing several offices. And I really found my knack at managing and sales. From there, I actually was recruited to American Express, and that's how I've had my longest tenure in sales. So corporate sales with American Express for about 7 years. I covered territories from Pittsburgh all the way out to Albany. And with American Express payables, everybody has payables.
Sure.
So I was able to learn a lot about every type of industry. And I was able to build really phenomenal connections all over Western and upstate New York. And I just had a really great time with Amex. Can't say enough about them. I was in leadership roles too, so I have a national reach with a lot of the folks I met at the organization. But about a year ago, my husband Martin, again, always has great advice. He kept tapping.
Found something great. I'm just gonna pour a little orange juice
I
in
love that.
mimosa. Okay.
Yeah, so Martin, oh, thank you, my love.
You're welcome.
Martin actually kept tapping my shoulder to tell me about this company called Favordrop.
Yes.
It was a company that he invested in, and he was so excited about Favordrop. He kept mentioning it over, and I'm like, honey, I'm good. I love Amex. Everything's fine. He's like, no, but really, I want you to have lunch with Tim Sardinia, the founder of Favordrop, and his son, Jack. Oddly enough, I've known Tim since I was a child because I grew up down the street from him. He's a Hamburg Village resident, too. So I loved him. He's fantastic. I said, all right, fine, hun. I will have lunch with Tim and Jack. About 10 minutes into that lunch, I knew that Favordrop is going to be one of the best things that Buffalo has created as a local startup, and I had to be a part of it. So I just jumped right in.
And now we're part of it too.
And now
I'm
you
so
are
excited.
part of it also.
We're-
It's so fun.
We just got signed up. So
Yes, you
it's
sure did. I can't
am
wait to
just-
send people
I
here.
can't wait to talk more about it. I think it's just such a wonderful platform for
Yes.
everyone to utilize. I'm still learning more and more because
Yeah.
I know there's so many different things we can do to. I think
Yeah.
you'll have to explain it more.
I know, I have
But
to tell you
cheers
all
on
about
that
Favordrop.
on that new one. Okay.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers. You are so successful. I'm so excited.
Oh, thank you. You're too sweet. But
So I really am super excited to have joined Flavor. I say Flavor, but
know.
it's,
It's a common mistake.
Favordrop. So tell our audience how they'll be able to use it.
Yeah, so Favordrop, local startup, is a digital gifting and giving platform. It originally started as an app, and we did a proof of concept down in Hamburg. So what this app would enable you to do is send someone a gift via QR code, via text or email, and that QR code would be redeemable at a local restaurant or a local merchant. The unique part about Favordrop is that the gifter, the sender, can set a very specific amount of time for when that can be redeemed.
I love that part.
Yes, it could be very playful. You can set up for like 30 minutes or up to a week
Like,
or
hurry,
a couple months.
you have 30 minutes
Yeah,
to redeem.
exactly.
I love that.
The beautiful part of Favordrop is if it's not redeemed, the money comes back to the sender, which is
That's
a totally
genius.
unique concept. And it was created because of how cumbersome, really,
Sure.
the gifting industry is. If you think about purchasing a gift card, you have to either go in person, buy it over the phone, or online, then wait for it to come to you, and then physically give it to the recipient. And then after it's given, you have no idea what happens to it,
No,
right?
And a lot of times you find all those little plastic cards in your wallet somewhere in your drawer.
I know. Fun
Never
fact.
used. Yep.
Fun fact: $21 billion in unredeemed gift certificates floating around the United States today.
That's insane.
It's crazy. So much waste,
Yeah.
right? Not only financially, but the plastic, the paper.
Absolutely.
It's just very, very wasteful. So Favordrop solves all of that.
Yeah.
That problem. And so the proof of concept was a huge success down in Hamburg. We had about 40 restaurants on the platform accepting Favordrop, and friends and family were having such a great time with it. But we knew it could be more. So after presenting to a group of investors, we realized how powerful Favordrop can be for a business.
Yeah.
And so now we are in multiple different industries, in fact. So auto retailers, real estate agents, service-related businesses are loving Favordrop as a way to celebrate their employees, to discover new customers, or to send a thank you to customers and create a loyalty program. And so that has been our new trajectory, and bringing on partners like yourself who will also use Favordrop as a way to celebrate your customers and hopefully bring new ones in.
Yes. Oh, it's such a wonderful thing. And as we continue to bring the community together, and and all of the charity work you also do, we're just so excited.
Yes.
It's just so wonderful to continue to see all the businesses in Buffalo that they're expanding, they're growing. It's just all sorts of things happening here, and the people are the best.
That's the most important part. And that's why we believe in working with as many nonprofits as we possibly can. So we began our journey working with nonprofits about a year ago after the West Side Bazaar fire.
Yes.
All of those refugee families, 11 of them were displaced after the West Side Bazaar fire. So being in the service industry and having space available at the time with a commercial grade kitchen in it, we were able to essentially bring home one of the refugee families into our corporate headquarters down in Hamburg because they had a kitchen in it. And so that began our journey with helping others. And I think giving and gifting is a part of our DNA. So we want to continue that as much as we can. Fortunately, from those efforts, we were able to work with the folks like Chef Darian, who I know you know too, who's been on the show, in supporting our other efforts too, like the Buffalo City Mission. We were able to gift them 100 meals. The frontline workers there have been unsung heroes for a very long time, and they do so much for this community. So we love that we were able to support them. And through that effort, I was able to meet Kate Glazer with Hope Rises, the founder of Hope Rises. And gosh, Kate is just a living angel.
Yes, she is.
And she does so much for so many people in this community, and I wanted to be a part of it. And she fortunately allowed me a seat on the board. And so we have been doing a ton of activities to bring the community together and support, especially coming up to September, Shine Gold. So not many folks are aware of what Shine Gold represents in the gold ribbon, and that is pediatric cancer awareness. Only about 4% of funding is allocated toward pediatric cancer research, and so we want to just get this in front of as many people as possible. It's such an important cause.
Really is.
And I know you're hosting a few events coming up alongside Hope Rises and our effort of Shine Gold.
Yeah, for Sophia the Fierce,
Yes,
we'll
Sophia
have
the
the
Fierce.
silent disco, and the community is wonderful, and I say cheers to all that continue to give and support. Thank you so much for all you do in the community.
Thank you so much for
Thank
hosting.
you for being here.
Oh, that's
Until
yummy.
next time, thanks for joining us. Sto Lat. I would like to thank my special guest, and of course Cody at the bar. For all the recipes and information on the show, go to our Facebook page and our social media. Thank you for watching us. Sto Lat with Ania. Until next time.
Sponsors for Sto Lat with Ania are Sto Lat Bar, a restaurant bar featuring European-inspired cuisine, 4475 Transit Road at Eastern Hills. Krusciki Bakery, combining old-world European treats with modern-day fare in Lancaster and Eastern Hills. Are you interested in featuring Simply Pierogi on your menu? Perfect for your restaurant or venue. Contact us today. Events by Sto Lat. Planning an event? Host it with us. Transit Road in Eastern Hills. And Pierogi Pete's, now open at Casey and Transit Road in Amherst. This edition of Sto Lat with Ania was sponsored by Empire Granite Marble and Quartz for all of your custom countertops and cabinet needs. More information at empire.gmq.com.